Hi guys and welcome in this video. I just would like to show you the color path for this floor. Let's start with the normal map, normal node, which feeds a curvature node. I used the base curvature. You also have a curvature smooth that can be interesting too. I'll show you the curvature, and this is the curvature smooth. Depends on your needs. Levels node to accentuate blacks and whites. And I use the gradient map. You see the values, the tones. This is just to have a base to work with. I like to start with something pretty dark, multiply, blend with the base texture and another gradient map. So I blended the two together to start to have something. We're starting to have some details, but it's still very early. At this point, that doesn't do anything good. Then I used once again the base texture, which went through a levels node to make it more interesting. This is a screen blending mode. It could work, but that's not what I wanted. In fact, this is my my photo reference, and I was looking for something like that here, where my mouse cursor is. Here. This is not a good photo for texturing because we have lots of reflections, and so it's not easy to deal with. But we can still walk from here. It's a direction, so why not? Then I used an ambient occlusion node, the new HBAO, gradient map. This is the colors. And another blend. This time I used an overlay. This brings good texture details in the color path. As you can see here, we are starting to get a better richness to it. We're making good progress. Let's keep going. Okay, I still used the AO, the gradient map. I used yellows and reds. It's still pretty subtle, but the details are more present. Okay, this is like a small AO pass just to bring the darker tones in the valleys. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, this time it's first blurry pass. It's made with a Crystal 2 slope blur. A very complex, rich gradient map, which I think is based once again on our photo reference. I used the gradient editor, pick gradient, and I pick colors here. Then a blur, levels. So it's very blurry, but with a multiply node, you can see it gives a new interest in the color path. So then I used quite the same technique with a crystal. Oh no, this time it's creased. try to have something pretty abstract, almost liquid, like a water surface. And was just to, it's an overlay. Was just to give a hint of old liquid splashes on the floor. Just a pass to break things a little. It can be many things. It can be humidity, water, a greasy deposit. So then I tried a red pass, and this red is simply based on the base texture. So I just choose the dark and white clearer reds. So that gives us that. Add sub with a low opacity. And then over traces of I don't know, it can be anything. So it's based on this thing here. I think, in fact, it's just based on the base texture. And I guess I used the levels node. To really isolate gray areas. A simple gradient map to convert the grayscale input to a color output. I multiply a blending mode, and this is what we get. Some vertical lines, just to give it a more dirty look. Okay, then very red blurry pass. This time I use the vertical noise. So multiply, blend. And this is what we get. So of course, this way it's not usable. So I applied a yellow pass, just the base texture, simple yellows. There's not to increase the saturation. Max lighten. Just to compensate, to balance the red. I think it's interesting. We are almost there, and then just a simple HSL node, and that's it. Of course, this setup is easy to change. You can increase the saturation with the HSL node this way. So you have something more vivid, more rich. I like it too. That's point 41 is good to me. It works quite well. Let's try to tile the texture. You always have to keep in mind that this texture must work if the surface is big. So you don't have to, you want to avoid too much details or too much visual differences in the texture. Let's see with Iray what it gives us. It can work. Of course, you have to imagine that you would have furniture on it, maybe a carpet, walls. The lighting would be different. I think the ground, the floor would not be the main focus in the picture. You have to take lots of things in consideration. And maybe it's still too saturated, I don't know. Let's see if I turn it down a bit. Yeah? Okay. Why not? Okay, that's it for the color pass. Of course, if you have suggestions or ideas, or if you would have done it any different way, you can use the comments section. I would be happy to read your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon for a new texture. Bye bye.